I was watching YouTube, surfing through some videos, and I found this really great interview and concert of Collective Soul in the print shop, and they did December, and I'm like, wow, I never learned that. So here we are. All right, so to start this song out with, we want to use a G form where we're covering the first and second string. Those are going to be our pedal notes, our root notes that we're going to work off of. We're going to move the bass line. Okay, so we'll be picking through this G form. We're going to start out with the sixth string, and then to the third string, which will be open, the second string, third fret, back to third, back to second. All right, so we have this so far. There we go, 1, 2, 3 on the strings. So there'd be third fret, open. What's really nice about this is that picking pattern's consistent for the first three bass notes. All right, so we're going to start out with this G bass note. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to move the bass note here to an F. So we just use your first finger, a little bit of a stretch. Again, picking's the exact same. Then we're going to move to a C note, okay, fifth string, third fret, same picking pattern. Now when we go to this B flat, we're going to pick through 3, 2, all right, so we'll hit the fifth string at the first fret, and then we'll hit third string, second string, back to the third string. All right, that's where it kind of changes. And then what we're going to do is go back and forth from the fifth string to the third string. So we're going to go move up. We'll hit the first fret to the open third, second fret to the open third. Alright, so I'm going to take you through this whole thing slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it goes around. But what I suggest is when we get to the fifth string at the first fret, just move your first finger up, because that gets your third finger in position. So you're doing, and then you're in position to keep going. So there's the picking. Honestly, not real difficult. Get it in your head, just work through it slowly and build up to it. The next thing they do when they are into the verse proper, if you will, they start strumming. All right, we're going to strum just like we played those, or with the bass notes. So we're going to play basically a G chord. You just don't play the B note. So leave your first finger free, but mute that second string. Alright, then move to your F over G, and again, mute that fifth string. Then just use a C add ninth. I've watched these guys play this a lot, and they just go to a C add ninth rather than, they just, alright, and then our B flat, which would be over G. And then we're going to come up to the B over G. Okay, so the strumming is a root note, and then down, and then an up, down, up, until you get to that change. Okay, when we're on the B, over G, or B6. This is really a B flat 6. Okay, what we're going to do is strum the root note and then down, and then a slight pause, and then you'll go down, down. So you're moving as you strum down. On the second down, you'll hit the C over, or I'm sorry, B over G. So it'll sound like this. So all together, medium tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so with the current band, Jesse Triplett is the lead guitarist, who I saw him live a couple years ago and really impressed me. Great feel player. He does this a little different, this section, when we're into the chorus versus the original. Now, I've written both out. Of course, my notes will be below to download. I'm going to show you Jess's way of playing this, again, the way I've seen him play it. And I'll show you the original too, so you can pick whichever way you like, but I really like his, and you'll see why. It just really flows better. So as they're playing the chords and strumming, you'll hear him come in with this. Okay, so what we're doing there is a D form of G, but we're really only playing the third and second string, okay? So I'll just use those two right now, but think of this as it's a G chord, right? That's what we start out with. That's where he's starting. And he's going to add, so we're at the 7th and 8th fret, we're going to add the 10th fret. And this is semi-palm muted, so you kind of want to mute it as you strike it and stop the notes. So we're going to hit the notes. I think it's twice. Let me check my notes. Okay, so yeah, we're going to hit it 3 times actually. 7 and 8. Then we're going to add our pinky to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. Back to 8 and 7. Then we hit the open G string, but you don't want it to ring, you just want to hit it. So it'll sound like this. So now we're back to, we'll be on the second string at 6, 3rd string at 7, all right? And we're going to hit that 3 times, and this time we'll add the 8th fret on the 2nd string. Okay, and then there's our open string, and we're going to go now to the 5th fret. We'll hit that 3 times, add 7 to the 3rd string, back to 5. The open string, then we go to the 3rd. Now this changes a little. You're not going to hit it 3 times. You're going to hit 2, a pause, and then again on the 3rd fret over the 3rd and 2nd string. And then you'll hit 5 on the 3rd string and 3, 3rd fret on the 2nd. Back to open. All right, so you'll have this. That's sort of exaggerated, but let's take it from 5 so you can see the difference, because there's more of a triplet feel moving to more of a quarter note feel. That open note lets you take off and get back to your G chord. and then he goes back into the picking. So you'll hear that the first time through. Now the original would sound like this. Alright, so there you can see the original lick. We're playing on the 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd string here. So to me, again, this doesn't flow, but watching them the early band and some of the other guitarists they had, this is what they did. So they were hitting the 3rd fret on the 1st and 2nd string, which is referencing our G, which is what we're kicking off on. So we're going to hit that 3 times. Then we're going to add the 5th fret of the 1st string to the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Back to 3. Then we hit that open 3rd, quickly muted. Then it's 1 on the 1st string, 1st fret, 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And we'll add the 3 to it. Open 3rd, and then now we're going to be on the open 1st fret of the 2nd string. We'll add the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we close it out just like we did earlier on the 3rd fret of the 3rd and 2nd string, adding 5 on the 3rd string. So again, that's the original lick. It's in my notes. Next we'll go into the interlude. Alright, so after we strum through, like I said, I believe it's 8 measures. You'll hear Jess come in with this. He'll do that 2 times through, and then we're into the interlude. Now for the interlude, it's a lot of muted strings, but it's really well played. It's a cool lick that he does with those muted strings. So we're going to be on the 6th string. Let me play it for you and then I'll show you what we're doing. Alright, they'll do that 2 more times, but things change the last 2 times. For the first 2, what you're going to hear is you'll be playing the 6th string at the 3rd fret and strumming the 5th, 4th, and 3rd string muted. So this is pretty much a muted. You'll do that 7 times. On the 8th time, you're going to switch to an open E, but on the 5th string, put your 2nd finger down at the 2nd fret. And again, we're playing the same fret or strings, 6 through 3. And then we go to the 1st fret of the 6th string. So we're moving from that. It's almost like a walk down from the G to the F. Then we're going to walk to our C. So we're going to do that kind of an E, if you will, because it's open and 2nd fret. And then we're just going to play from 5 through 3, referencing a C chord. Alright, we're just going to be playing the 5th and 4th string at the 3rd and 2nd fret respectively. 4 of those, and then you start hitting the G string at the 3rd fret, so 3rd string, 3rd fret, string then, and bend it up slightly. And then open. Alright, so it's really a cool lick, especially if you slow this down. It's really fun to play. He'll do that 2 more times, but underneath that, you're going to hear another guitar, which I believe is Ed, the singer, coming in with the picking. But you'll hear Dean, the other guitarist, doing these stabs. We'll go over that next. Alright, so, I've seen some lessons on this, and most don't even touch on this part, but if you have enough guitars, it's really worth doing. I think it really adds to the song. So we're stabbing on a G to an F, and then a C and a B flat. Okay, so it'll sound like this. Alright, so basically you'll be at the, let's see, what is that, 17 on the 4th string, 3rd string at 16, 15 on the 1st and 2nd. That's a G chord, alright? We're just playing the bottom half of it. We're going to move that down to an F. We're going to take basically a D4, move that down a step, that's a C. Alright, but because we're playing that C, we're going to use our middle finger there for the 2nd string. We're going to add, if you would do like a C form, okay, you would be just like this on your 5th, 4th, 3rd string, but we're only using the 4th string. So at the 4th string, 14, we're catching the bar across on the 3rd string at 12, 2nd string at 13, bar again catching 12 on the 1st string. Just move that shape down 1, which will give us our B flat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and throw on the interlude. I'm going to do it 3 times. You'll hear the first 2, which are plain, and then you'll hear, again, I believe it's Ed coming in with the guitar picked. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to keep going with the interlude part, if you will, with Jess. 3rd time, or 3rd measure. On the 4th measure, I'm going to switch to what I feel Dean is playing. Alright, so you can see how all this fits together. Okay, so bear with me. So see how all that fits together? It keeps going on with the stabs. I think it's really creative. It's a great way of filling that part of. Okay, so I've written that all out for you. Other than ending it with, you're going all through the bass notes. Then he starts slowing down slightly. And you strum a G chord. So that's the whole song. Really, just a beautiful song. I hope you guys enjoy and that helps you in your journey. Stay safe.